Shema bani Musa Ravicha V'al titosh Torati mecha Shema bani Musa Ravicha V'al titosh Torati mecha Torah siva lanu Moshe morashav kehilat Yaakov Torah siva lanu Moshe morasha kehilat Yaakov Torah siva lanu Moshe morasha kehilat Yaakov.
Good morning, Mazel Tov, and welcome to Sam's virtual Bar Mitzvah. This really is a very special and unique moment, and I'd like to thank everyone who's worked so hard to make this possible. A huge Mazel Tov to Nikki, Dan, and of course to Sam and all the family. We're now going to go live to the Cohen house as I hand over to Nikki and Dan for an introduction, and then Sam will learn from us. Nikki and Dan, it's over to you.
Thank you, Rabbi Chapper, and thank you to Louise and all your team behind the scenes for making this happen today. When you have a baby boy, your imagination naturally goes to, wow, we're going to get to put on a mitzvah. That's amazing. But I think it's fair to say that when we back then, and obviously when we started planning this wasn't quite what we were thinking it was going to end up being. No one really could have predicted it. But somewhere between Bats and Boris, we really are delighted to be able to share all of this with you today.
That was quite funny.
Sam, you've been performing your whole life. From the age of 3, when you started entertaining us with Punch and Judy shows, Go Compare songs, and Ollie Murs impersonations, this amazing passion of yours has grown and grown and grown, and you now perform regularly with your drama group and basically spend the rest of your time singing. Today's performance, though, is by far the most important of your life. As you become a man, and I'm sure the Mufti and Haftarah you're going to sing today will be done absolutely beautifully. We know it hasn't been the easiest task over the last year learning it, especially over the last 6 months of it all being done over Zoom because you couldn't go to anyone's house. And actually at this point we'd like to thank Michael for all his endless patience in helping teach you.
Thanks.
But singing isn't your only love. You have a real love of technology, and aside from all your gaming, you use lockdown to present loads of live streams with your friends, including interviewing West End stars, YouTubers, footballers and football managers. One of them that you presented with your friend raised over £1,000 for the NHS and Alzheimer's. And not only that, but you also took it upon yourself to ride 100 miles in memory of your lovely papa, my dad, and whose tallis Sam is wearing today, and the wonderful Lindsay, raising almost £1,500 for the British Heart Foundation and High Cancer Care. I'm certain that both of them will be smiling down on you today, along with my papa, my grandpa, and Dan's grandparents. At this point, I'd also like to say a big hi to Auntie Dana, who can't be here today, to great grandma and to Nana, who are hopefully watching from Manchester.
Sam, we know this wasn't the bar mitzvah you've imagined and all the ones you've gone to over the last couple of years with your friends, but we couldn't have been more proud of the way you've dealt with the ever-changing plans and actually everything since the start of the year.
You are an amazing, kind and funny young man, and we can't wait to see what your future holds.
Thank you.
Over to you.
Over to you.
Now. Oh, okay. ותבואו אל המקום הזה, ויעשה סיחון מלך חשבון, ואוג מלך הבשן נקראתנו למלחמה ונקם וניקח את הטרם ונתנה לנחלה לאויביני ולגדי ולחסי שפט המשי ושמעתם את דברי הברית הזאת ועשיתם אותם למען תשכילו את כל אשר תעשון כמי אורי קיבה אורך וכבוד אדוני עלייך זרח כי הנה החושך יכסה ארץ וערפהו לאומים ועלייך יזרח אדוני וכבודו עלייך יראה והלכו גויים לאורך ומלכים לנוגה זכך שאי סביב עינייך וראי כולם נקבצו ואולך בעינייך מרחוק יבואו ימנותייך על סד תאמנה אז תראי ונרהט ופחד ורחב לבבך כי יהפך עלייך המון ים חיל גויים יבואו לך שפט גמלים תחסך בכרי מדיין ואיפה כולם נשבה יבואו זהב ולבונה יסעו יתלות אדוני וסיירו כל צאן כדאי יקבצו לך אלי נביות ישרתונך יעלו הרצון מזבחי ובית תפארתי יפה מאלה כאב תעופנה וחיינים אל ארובותיהם כי ליהם יקבו ואוניות תרשיש בראשונה להביא בנייך מרחוק כספם וזהבם איתם לשם אדוני אלוהיך ולקדוש ישראל כי פרח ובנו עיניך חומותייך ומלכיהם ישרתונך כי וכתבי הכיתיך ובשונאי ריחמתיך ופתחו שערייך תמיד יומם ולילה לא יסגרו להביא אלייך אל גויים ומלכיהם נהוגים כי הגוי והממלכה אשר לא יעבדוך יאבדו והגויים חרוב יחרבו כבוד לבנון אלייך יבוא בראש תתעשו יחדיו לפאר מקום מקדשי ומקום רגלייך אבד והלכו אלייך שכוח בני מנייך והשתחוו על כפות רגלייך וכל מנסייך וקראו לך עיר אדוני ציון קדוש ישראל תחת היותך עזובה שנואה ואין עובר ושמתיך לגון עולם משוש טובתו וענק תחלב גויים ושוד מלכים תינקי וידעת כי אני אדוני מושיח וגולך ויעקב תחת הנחושת אבי זהב ותחת הברזל אבי כסף ותחת עצים נחושת ותחת אבנים ברזל ושמתי פקודתך שלום ונוגסייך צדקה לא יישמע עוד המס בעצך שוד ושבט בגבולייך וקראת ישועה חומותייך ישרייך תלה לא יהיה לך עוד השמש לאור יומם ולנוגה הירח לא יעיל לך והיה לך אדוני לעולם ואלוהיך לתפארתך לא יבוא עוד שמשך וירכך לא יאסף כי אדוני יהיה לך לעולם ושלמו ימי אבלך ועמך כולם צדיקים לעולם ירשו ארץ נשם מטעי מעשה ידי להתפאר הקטון יהיה לאלף והשאה לגוי אשם אני אדוני בעיתה אחי שנה.
Dan, Mr. Koyak, that was fantastic performance, a really confident performance, and you show a true professional you are by continuing even though the distractions that seem to be around you. So, Mr. Koyak, well done. I'm delighted to ask your dad to come back in and make the bracha, releasing him and your mum for responsibility for you.
Baruch shetarani mi aneshu shel zeh.
Amen. Mazel Tov. There's a lively crowd there. Wow. Now I'm delighted to go to your Bar Mitzvah teacher Michael for a special message.
Sam, you told me you'd do brilliantly, and you certainly have. I'm very proud of you today, as are all the people watching and joining in this simcha with you. You've just read your portion with much clarity and enthusiasm. And what's most important to me is that I could see that you genuinely enjoyed yourself on this important milestone in your life. I'd like to give you a short message. Last week, we read the Torah reading of Ki Tetzei, which means when you go out. You are at a point in your life that you are beginning to go out. After all, you're a man. And that means you're launching your adult journey. It's the start of going out and exploring the big wide world. It's the start of going out and becoming the man that you desire to be. However, your Sedra is called Ki Tavo, which means when you come. I believe this is telling you that as part of the process of living your life, as you find your individual path, you are always to remember where you come from, your family roots, your Jewish heritage, which are integral to who you are. Sam, I believe that linking with this theme of heritage, I want to share with you something that I think you'll find interesting. You see, when I was a young man, hundreds of years ago, growing up in Manchester, I fondly remember my father's first cousin. I used to refer to her as Auntie Myra. And, of course, dear Uncle Walter of blessed memory. My Auntie Myra, who is with us proudly watching today, is your mother's most inspirational grandma. With shared family roots, I believe that I was clearly destined to be part of your Bar Mitzvah journey. So you see how important heritage is. It's the stepping stone of our past that helps us to define our future. Michelle joins me in wishing you, Sam, your dear brothers, parents, grandparents, and great-grandma Myra, and all the family, a huge Mazel Tov. Sam, with the support of your dear parents, you are already a wonderful, talented individual, and I look forward to seeing the ultimate man that you become. L'chaim.
Michael, thank you so much for that lovely message. Very, very special and poignant message. And I'm delighted to ask Nikki and Dan to make their brachot, their blessing to you, Sam.
Yisimcha Elohim Kefraim v'chi Menashe. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'eh Adonai panav elecha v'chinecha yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May you be like Ephraim and Manasseh. The Lord bless and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord turn his face unto you and give you peace.
Amen. Amen. Sam, Mazel Tov to you on your bar mitzvah. Mazel Tov to your dear parents, to you, Nikki and Dan, and to your grandparents, and as we heard, to your great grandmother in Manchester, and to all your other family and friends, not forgetting, of course, your brothers Jake and Rabbi. Sam, also Mazel Tov to Manchester United on making a new signing this week.
Yes,
Great to have a bar mitzvah who supports the same team as me. We have to stick together here in Boreham Wood. More importantly, all of your family, quite rightly, Shep, so much nachas from you today. And I'm sure you, I hope you know just how proud they are of you today and every day. Sam, your laying in Haftorah were excellent. It was a great performance. And you, as Michael said, you clearly enjoyed it. You clearly worked hard to prepare for today, and it's really paid off. And so credit to you and your teacher, Michael. You know, this has been a week of new starts. You may not have been looking forward to going back to school and it restarting, but you've made a great start to being a Jewish adult, to being bar mitzvah. Now, when I asked your family to describe you, they told me that you're a real entertainer. You love acting and singing, and you're always singing. You certainly have a great voice, and we've all heard that this morning.
Okay.
And I think that the experience you already had in drama and the parts that you've played means you'll understand what it means to be bar mitzvah, and also what's expected of us as Jews. You see, many people think that it's quite straightforward. The Torah tells us what we can and what we can't do, and we're rewarded for keeping mitzvahs, and we're punished if we transgress them. However, Sam, that's actually misreading the script, because it's actually much more complex than that, especially if we take to heart one of the warnings listed in your Seder of Kitabon. You see, amongst the possible verses, it says it will be held accountable because you wouldn't serve Hashem your God with joy and with gladness of the abundance of everything that you have. Now, the commentaries express real surprise at God's displeasure with us, because the Torah is not here suggesting that we're not keeping mitzvahs, that we're not observing the Torah, but what it's saying is that we failed to observe the mitzvahs, but we didn't do them with happiness in doing them. So clearly the Torah must be signaling to us that if we don't feel the joy of being Jewish, then we're obviously not doing it right. And in fact, the Arizal explains that doing mitzvahs must be accompanied with great joy, and the joy we feel for all the material blessings that God bestows upon us. It's not merely enough to live a Jewish life. We have to do so joyfully. And so I put it simply like this. If we're not happy at being Jewish, then God's not happy for us. Now, Sam, as I said, I'm sure you'll understand it, because this is very much like acting. As the great actor Philip Seymour Hoffman said, you have to love it. And I'm sure audiences realize, notice when an actor enjoys what they're doing, is loving what they're doing, and they enjoy it even more. And the same comes with us and God and with our Judaism. We have to inject it with a sense of excitement and enjoyment so that we can truly say, Ashreinu matov chelkeinu, that we're fortunate, and how great is our portion, how pleasant our lot, and how beautiful our heritage. Sam, you've been given a fantastic start in life. You come from a loving, caring, and supportive home, a really noisy one this morning as well. You're kind, you're caring, and you love your family, and you're very sociable. You told me that the thing you love most about being Jewish are the chagim, the festivals, because it's then when you get together as a family, and they are special moments for you. And so I say to you, if throughout your life you can find other moments of joy in your Judaism, then you'll make God very happy, and he'll bless you with everything you want. And I'll finish with the words of your teachers. You just need to focus. So focus on finding joy in your Judaism, enjoying keeping mitzvahs, enjoying living a Jewish life, and then you truly will achieve your potential, because you have a great potential. You've already achieved so many wonderful things. We've heard the charitable things you've done, how you care for others, and that really is wonderful. So focus on finding joy in your Judaism, and you will achieve your potential. And God will bless you, and you'll be a source of great nachas for your dear parents, grandparents, all your family, your friends, and ultimately for God Himself. Mazel Tov.
Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to make a special Misha Berach on the occasion of your bar mitzvah. Misha Berach Avoseinu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov. Yivarech es habacha bar mitzvah Zev Nachman ben Daniel HaKohen. Shemalu lo yishnosh esrei shana v'yigil mitzvahs. V'alala Torah se shevach v'odal kol ha'tovat shegmalti tzoi. Kadosh Baruch Hu yishmerehi v'yatzilei mikol samasugam mikol negam machala. V'yasem libav asoi rasoi. V'lasos v'soinu lo dobrevav shem kol hayamim. V'noma. Amen. May He who blessed our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, may He bless Zev Nachman ben Daniel HaKohen, Sam Cohen, who has attained his 13th birthday, reached the age of perform mitzvahs, and at some point will be called to the Torah to give thanks and praise for all the good things you've done for him. May the Holy One, blessed be He, protect him and save him from all trouble and distress, and from every plague and disease and virus. May He implant in his heart desire to love and revere Him, desire to do His will with a perfect heart throughout his life. And let us say, Amen. Sam, I love you and all your family, and I'm delighted to ask your brothers, Jake and Rabbi, to present your bar mitzvah certificate to you. Guys, it's over to you.
Well, I have to say, you were amazing just now, though we can't believe you actually got off the PlayStation long enough to do your bar mitzvah.
Seriously, though, we were really proud of you, and as big brothers go, I guess you aren't that bad.
We hope you've enjoyed your weekend and all the fuss, and now we can thankfully we can go back to normal where everything isn't about you.
Keep singing and keep being the funny big brother you are. We love you loads.
Here is your bar mitzvah.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Simen Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simen Tov. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simen Tov. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simen Tov. Yeah, hey lanu. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simen Tov. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simen Tov. Simen Tov and Mazel Tov and Mazel Tov and Simen Tov. Yeah, hey lanu.